Hey, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for being patient with me. Y'all know how my Mondays be. I be hella busy on Monday morning, so we're here. Thank y'all for being patient. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see you all in the building. Good morning and good morning. Okay. Yes, good morning and good morning. Thank you guys for being here. Let me get back to my screen here. Ooh, what happened, Jared? Good morning and good morning. All right, so yeah. Good morning. Let me go ahead and properly speak to everyone. I don't want nobody to feel left out. Good morning for everybody piling in. All right, my backup mod Rose Armstead is in the building. Good morning. Reba 0616 is here. Henry Lee is here. Jamelia Ward is here. Dolly Mungum is here. Monique Johnson. Big Steak is here. Sheila Washington is here. Lisa's World is here. Lori Eden is here. Good morning to you all. Miss Pruitt, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Scorpion Miss, my other mod is here. Good morning. I didn't mean to put that 6+. I'm tripping. Delete comment. Okay. SC is here. Sherry Johnson is here. Mayor Giles is here. Here. Erica Butler is here. Deborah Johnson is here. Erica Rogers, Clarity Speaks is here. Marian's Favorites is here. Kim Jones is here. Nicole Davis is here. Carla Johnson is here. Felicia is here. Good morning. Good morning. Patricia Ransom is in the building. Verdi Tulu Taylor is in the building. Purple Unicorn is a content creator. You guys check her out. Tisha Harris is in the building. Maria Perry, I'm sorry. Catherine Barnhill is here. Dolores Campbell is here. Carla Johnson is here. Vanilla Stewart is here. Denise Slay is here. Delilah T is here. Nowana Smiley is here. Say good morning, Miss Real, and everyone on a blessed day, Mondays. And Jesus blesses. Yes, God. Okay, send me some blessings, honey. I can use it. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into our show because we have one. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. I see you, Kelly. Yes, I see you, Artrell Palmer. I see y'all in the building. Good morning. All right. Yes. It's a rainy day here, y'all. Oh my God, I'm gonna be so sleepy all day. Lord, help me get through it. Oh my God, I might have to drink 2 cups of tea, get some caffeine in me so I can wake up. My God. All right. So let's get into it. All right, so first topic, we're going to jump in because y'all know I don't do a 10-minute mark, okay? I just jump on in, honey. I ain't going to keep y'all waiting. Let's get into it. All right, so Lil Boosie, child, rapper Lil Boosie is in a little bit of trouble. I don't know why they are coming after him for this because I feel like this was something that was done out of the kindness of his heart, and it was to help, with this young man's situation. So you guys know Mr. Caleb Wilson, the guy that was in Louisiana that was in the hazing incident where he was punched in the chest and then he was unalived. So Louisiana AG threatens legal action against Boosie, you guys, over the use of Caleb Wilson's name for a scholarship. Now, you would think that would be a great thing. Boosie's putting his own money into this, and it's for a great cause. So why would one want to threaten legal action against this young man? Okay, let's get into it. All right, let me wet my whistle right quick. All right. I'll be talking a lot on Monday mornings, Lord. All right. So Louisiana AG threatens legal action against Boosie over use of Caleb Wilson's name for scholarship. Okay, it goes on to say, shout out to Baller Alert for this. Okay, Louisiana Attorney General Liz Muriel is threatening legal action against rapper Boosie Badass over the use of Caleb Wilson's name in connection with the scholarship fund. Now, it says that Wilson's parents objected to their son's name being used to promote the upcoming Boosie Bash rap festival, saying that they were unaware of the connection. Now, do I feel like Boosie maybe should have reached out to this young man's family and said, hey, I'm going to be doing this and I want to do, a scholarship in his honor. That might have been good. Give him a little heads up so they won't be like, whoa, what is this shit? Why is my son's name attached to this? To just so that they will kind of know what this situation is about. They're just like, sometimes people create things and GoFundMes and shit like that under false pretenses for like another situation. And I guess maybe they felt like that this situation may have been under false pretenses. So maybe they didn't have enough information. Okay. Maybe people set up like funds and fake scholarships and shit like that to make people give so that they can then take the money. I don't know what this situation is, but it's given that his family is very much so not feeling this. And I feel like Boosie should have had a conversation with them prior so that they would kind of be, well-versed on what's going on here. All right, so Boosie, who was born Torrance Hatch Jr., announced the creation of the Caleb Wilson Memorial Scholarship during the 6th annual Boosie Bash, a 3-day rap festival held on Southern University's campus. Now, it goes on to say that the festival featuring artists like Glorilla, the Baby is set up to raise funds for the scholarship, which Boosie claimed would support students. It said that Wilson, a Southern University student and trumpet player for the Human Jukebox, passed away following a hazing incident involving the Omega Psi Phi fraternity, leading to widespread attention and vigils. Y'all remember that? However, in my Kimmy voice, Muriel stated that Wilson's parents did not give permission for the son's name to be used in relation to the event. Now, the parents are now requesting the removal of all references to their son's name, image, and the scholarship from promotional material. So they don't want anyone making money off their son's name. As you guys can see, his face is right here on, like, big, huge on the front of this memorial flyer that Boosie has put together, or his people maybe. Said the mural emphasizes that the family was under the impression that Boosie was making a donation to an existing scholarship fund, not starting one using their son's name. So it sounds like they already had one, but Boosie's like, yeah, no, I'm going to go ahead and start my own, give over here. So maybe it should be just given into one place so that the money is not split. I don't know. So it said that she criticized the situation as a massive misrepresentation and vowed to pursue legal action against Boosie. All right, I guess if he doesn't do away with this scholarship, I'm pretty sure he put a lot of money behind this already. So that's going to be unfortunate if that happens. Okay, so I don't know. I feel like everything should be done in decent and in order, meaning that if you want to do that to or for the family or for him, probably reach out to the family, say, hey, I'm this story really touched my heart and I want to do something good. I want to do a scholarship fund for, in the name of your son. And then they could have said, well, we already have one set up. So if you want to, any monies that you were going to put towards that, we would be happy if you go ahead and give to the one that we already have set up in his name. We don't really wish to have any other scholarships in his name, because that's what the issue is, being put together. Okay. So that probably would have solved it. But Boosie was doing a great thing. Everybody don't know how to handle business. I think his heart was in the right place, but I think he did not handle it and all the legalities that's attached to this situation. So now it may get him in a legal situation for trying to do a good thing for someone. All right. And that goes for anyone else. If you want to do something nice for somebody, make sure you handle all the legalities and how you should do it. And not get yourself caught up in situations that you don't want to be in. Okay. Let's continue though. Shout out to Boosie, because that's a good thing. It was just done the wrong way. All right. So some of you may have heard by now. Candy Burst's OLG restaurant is closed permanently. What's going on over there? Girl, now she done been arguing and fighting and whatnot over there with Tamar Braxton, girl. And now look at what is going on. Shout out to the Uncut. I saw it last night. I was going to go live, but I was tired as hell. I was like, yeah, no, that'd be a Car Chronicles type of situation, baby. Because I was already in the bed chilling. All right, so Old Lady Gang restaurants, Southern Cuisine, honey, as you guys can see on my screen, is permanently closed. Y'all see that? So word on the street, child, is Old Lady Gang restaurant has been permanently closed with bad reviews. Y'all hear that? Now I've been telling y'all about the reviews. I ate there once and never a fucking again. Nothing against you, Candy. I don't know. I'm a foodie, so when I go somewhere, if I gotta wait for a long time, and the waitress don't ever come back and like do a refill on my glass or check in with me to see if I need something else or how the food is doing, like that. Like I don't like that. Or if the waitress is rude, or you guys are charging a little bit too much for little things like ice, and different things. Yeah, the food is very pricey. Even for a chicken plate, it's pricey as fuck. But there weren't a lot of bad reviews, Candy. You got to acknowledge that, okay? And I think Tamar kind of put the icing on the cake when she continued to talk about a lot of things that was going on, bad mouth and Candy's restaurant and whatnot. And then, like I said, the reviews kind of hit different as well. I didn't leave a review when I had a bad experience because, I just didn't. But I just said, hey, I just won't go back because it wasn't for me. But let's get into what's said here. Let me go to the next tab real quick. Oh God. So as you guys can see, what my mouse is moving permanently closed, as you guys can see right here. Okay. All right, so it said the Candy Burst and her husband Todd has been in the news lately for lawsuits involving their restaurant, Old Lady Gang, a Southern style eatery in Atlanta, Georgia, one of 3 locations. Now, it said the OLG has been getting a lot of heat from the public. Said that there have been numerous complaints regarding extremely long wait times, poor customer service, food quality, power outages, water leaks, and more. Now, interestingly enough, these aren't the first critiques. He said that just in the past year, that Tamar Braxton also had some things to say. He says that nobody has yet to say how nasty Old Lady Gang is. Child said, woo child. Said the Candy girl, Candy has been outside in appearances and interviews, but has not spoken yet on anything regarding to the restaurant. Said that hopefully everything improves for Candy and Todd. Okay, now y'all know that they just had a recent incident with their other restaurant, Blaze Steakhouse, okay, where she's being sued by the people who actually own the building, where there was supposed to be some repairs or whatever. I covered this on yesterday, where Candy was saying that people threw her name on there for a lot of publicity and for it to get out, for people like, oh my God, what's going on over there? But anyway, so yeah, that's what he's saying, y'all. That, as you guys can see, that it's permanently closed. It's permanently closed. So let me hold on. Let's see. Let's see what this clown got.
You got to pay for it anyway. And if your food is wrong, you got to pay for it anyway. Nobody has yet to say how nasty Old Lady Gang is. Nobody. Why? And that is a known thing here in Atlanta. Like if something like nobody is saying, yo, where we going to go eat? Let's go to Old Lady Gang. Who? And if your food come out cold, you got to pay for it anyway. And if your food is wrong, you got to pay for it anyway. Nobody has yet.
Well, all right. All right. So let's look at some of these damn reviews. All right. This person says, do not waste your time and money in this tourist trap. The food is overpriced and awful, which is to be expected of a tourist trap, but not when it's privately owned. Not a single one of in our party was able to eat their food. And when we tried to complain, they said that they do not, or that they don't take back. They don't do takebacks or exchanges just because you don't like the food. Said that, but it was inedible. Wow. Said that, yes, I am upset with myself for having higher expectations. Do not waste your money or your time. This is what a review was, you guys. All right. They said the food was 1 out of 5. The service was 1 out of 5. And the atmosphere was 1 out of 5. Can't make it up. All right. You can go over there at your leisure and look at the reviews yourself. Here's another one, child. Oh, God. They did a long one. Let's get into it, child. Says that I went Saturday for the first time. I was so disappointed. Says that it's an old building. The tomatoes were good without the topping. Said that my greens were not good at all. Said I should have cooked some for them. Not cooked for them. Said that the rib tips were flavorful but tough. The mashed potatoes were so salty. Said like someone made a mistake and poured too much. Said the tea needed more tea. Damn. Said that my drink was good, but didn't seem to have alcohol, and it was super little for $15. Told y'all they overpriced over there. Said that they sat us downstairs in the back. The walls look moldy back there. Says they got to pay for parking at the restaurant. I told y'all, or park somewhere else. They automatically add 18% to your ticket. Then the waitress asks for an additional tip. It says that the 18% is split 5 ways. Says, woo child, just ghetto, bland food, and overpriced. Says that the only good thing was the fried deviled eggs, okay? The owners should be ashamed of themselves, and people will continue to support simply because they're hoping to run into a celebrity. Says that I will never go back here. $95 was wasted. So they gave a rating of the food was 1 out of 5. The service was 1 out of 5. And the atmosphere was 2 out of 5. And I feel like they just gave a 2 out of 5 to be nice. Ciao. That's crazy. I told you I didn't have a good experience. My food was not all of that. Okay. And I'm a foodie. So when I go somewhere, the food got to be it's especially if I'm spending my money like that. Because anytime I go out, I like to get a drink with my food, and I do, you know, water and lemon to wash it down, okay? Or I might do unsweet tea, and then I add my own, you know, sweetener. But when I went there, it was not good, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not even trying to bash Candy. I'm just really not trying to bash Candy. I really feel like there's a lot of stuff that could have been done. And I always said, just because a person is a celebrity, it does not mean that they know how to run a restaurant. It just does not mean that. I feel like she's going to get a lot of people to come there because they want to run into, like the person just said, they want to run into celebrities. They want to take pictures because they do take pictures there. If Candy happens to be there or Todd happens to be there, which he's there a lot, yeah, you could run into them. A lot of times Todd, they were saying, I was looking at some reviews, they were saying a lot of times Todd have an attitude like he don't want to take pictures or be bothered, his face be, and it'd be all over his face like, oh. The old lady gang, a lot of times they be there. The Aunt Bertha, I think they said that she sometimes act like she don't want to be bothered or take pictures either. Like, it's just a lot of shit, y'all. But I just did not have a good experience. The wait time was very long. The waitress was not attentive. The parking situation kind of pissed me off as well. The drinks are high as fuck. Yeah, and the place, did it look clean? No, the tables are wobbly. I'm just being 1,000 out. The tables are wobbly. It's like, oh, I was like, Candy girl, you got a lot of money. You're a millionaire in here, girl. Invest in your business. Okay. Invest in your business. You want people to come in and be like, oh, this is nice. Now they do have a bunch of pictures and shit all over the wall of the old lady gang, Candy, you know, food and shit like that. But the ambiance is just not ambiancing. It's just not. And not to bash anyone. I did not have a good experience, and I've never been back. Okay. What's the other place? Busy Bee. I've been there once. We'll never go again. I told you guys about the other place I went to. They had lips where someone had lipstick, red lipstick. They did not wash the glass, and they fixed me a drink. Okay. And Long Island iced tea. I'll never forget the shit. And they brought that motherfucking drink to me with the lips on there, and my stomach turned. I told my husband, I want to go. I don't want anything from here, because if I see this, further lets me know that something is not clean in the kitchen. Y'all ain't washing the dishes good. You're probably not washing your hands. You're back there scratching your ass and frying chicken, bitch. I don't want to eat here. So I told my husband, I'm ready to go. He was like, okay, come on. I told my son, let's go. Let's get in the car. Thank you guys. The only thing we got by that time was just like water, and we were still waiting on our shit. I told him, like, yeah, we don't want this. We got to go. Okay. And never been back there since. So I'm real particular when it comes to my food. Don't fuck around with my food, because I will never, ever part your door again. Okay. So Candy, get it together, girl. Get it together. All right. I like to see our Black people coming up and doing good things, but when you're on the bullshit like that, I don't know. And everybody can't be wrong. There's a lot. Go to look at the reviews. A lot of people talking about how bad, you know, the service and shit is over there. But it is what it is. So they're saying it's permanently closed. Girl, I don't know. All right, so let's move on. You can't play with my food and think I'm coming back. You got one time. I'm not coming back. I promise you. Okay. Yeah, I don't even do potlucks either. They know at work I'm real funny like that. I don't give a fuck. Thank you, girl. No. Now, if it came from like a restaurant or, you know, catered or something like that, you know, and then still I go look the shit up like, let me see. And they be like, where it come from? That'd be me. I gotta investigate that shit. But where it come from? I'm gonna go right there and pull it up, look at the reviews. Oh, okay. All right. Before I even fix a plate, baby, you ain't gonna take me out of here. All right, so let's get into the next topic. I don't do no damn potlucks. People are not clean. People got cats and shit licking on the food and dogs and shit running off through the kitchen. Hell no. People don't wash their hands properly. People's house don't be clean. Okay. Y'all feel me. You can't cook for me if you know. I gotta know you. Okay. I got family members I won't even eat from. Fuck that. All right, moving on. So you guys know we covered this, Lil Ronnie. They just had the funeral for Lil Ronnie and his daughter. As you guys know, they buried them together in the same casket. Beautiful casket. They had it wrapped with all the pictures and stuff. All right, so you guys know that they were unalived at a car wash in Texas, okay? So now they're what they're saying is this is a reason for it. The powing wasn't even for him, you guys. So these two guys right here, suspect 1 and suspect 2, took Lil Ronnie and his daughter out because of someone else over a fucking dice game. Do y'all hear this? This beautiful little girl right here and this man, her father, is no longer here on earth anymore because these two stupid motherfuckers right here, and I gotta go there, over a fucking dice game that someone else owed them money. All right. So it says that a man who was unalive with his daughter was allegedly unalive after his friend robbed someone after a dice game, and they couldn't find him, so they unalived Ronnie instead. They were at the car wash. They pulled up on him. I saw the video and everything. I was just like, what the? And this was broad daylight. Broad daylight. These two fools right here rolled up on Lil Ronnie and his daughter while they were cleaning the car, vacuuming the car and shit out, and proceeded to pow at them. Okay, his daughter was in the car. Ronnie took off running. The daughter then jumps out of the car when she heard the pow and is looking for her father, and boom, she was hit too. Unfortunate situation. Never should have happened because it was not directed at him. They were looking for somebody else, and they got him because they couldn't find the person who robbed them. What kind of person are you to unalive a child? And they never had shit to do with it. You took away this child's whole future and her father over somebody else and what they did. Like, unfortunate. Texas rapper Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter is pow at Fort Worth car wash. Y'all remember that? We talked about it. I covered it. This shit is just so. All right, so let's get into it. Texas rapper, hood fame Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter were pow and unalived at a car wash in his hometown, Fort Worth, says, and he had nothing to do with the beef. That's unfortunate, y'all. I hate that. Now, allegedly, his friend robbed somebody after a dice game, and they were looking for him. Said that after not finding him, they found out his right-hand man was going to be in town for the weekend and trailed him until he stopped at the car wash and unalived him and his daughter. Said the two suspects had been arrested. 25-year-old SEX offender, see you in some more shit, Adonis Robinson, and 22-year-old Jacoby Russell. Okay, let me go back so you guys can see these two guys here. All right, didn't mean like that. Okay, so yeah, as you guys can see, so they trailed him. This kind of sounds like Young Dolph's unaliving a little bit, because you know they trailed him. They watched him the entire weekend. They knew that he was supposed to be in town to give out those free turkeys because he do it every year. So he stopped at the gas station. If you guys know that, because I know the Young Dolph case like the back of my hand, I covered it. He stopped at the gas station to get gas. They trailed him. They were sitting back watching him, waiting for the moment to take his life. Okay, as soon as he went to the damn cookie shop to go and get them cookies, they came in there and they rushed him. They've been watching. They knew he was there the whole fucking weekend. Same thing with this situation here. They were looking for somebody else, couldn't find him. Said, okay, so we can't find him, so we're going to take him and his daughter out. What kind of shit is that? A 5-year-old who was scared. And you could tell on the video how she was running, like she was frantic. She was looking for her dad. Her dad took off running. And yeah, it was crazy. And then next thing you see is their car speeding out of the car wash after they did what they did to these people. So I'm happy that they found him, because the guy on the bottom here, at one point they couldn't find him. They caught him, but then they couldn't find him. So now they have both of them in custody, thank God. But what kind of person are you to do some shit like that? I really hope they give them like life in prison. Okay, I really hope they get life. Like never ever get out. Never get out. With some shit like this, a life for a life. I'm sorry. So let's move on. Oh my God. Oh my God. That really made me mad. Okay, so let's get into some Meriton Medicine shenanigans. You guys know Meriton Medicine's reunion started last night, baby. Oh my God, mess. All right, so we're gonna cover some clips. We're gonna talk about it. Excuse me, somebody said she didn't get out of the car. According to the video, it looked like a little child was running. Go back and look at the video. It looked like a child ran across, because I watched it 3 times. It looked like a child ran across and was trying to, I guess, get to the dad or whoever it was. It looked like a child. So I said, it got to be the daughter, okay? Because somebody ran to the car. I remember seeing that part. Somebody ran to the car, and then it looked like a child ran across the grass area. I remember seeing that. I mean, if y'all saw the video, then you know. I ain't going to never sit here and make no shit up. But, yeah. Somebody said, no, I know them personally. Oh, okay. Well, who was that ran across on the grass? I don't want to pull the video up because we can't show it here because it's very gruesome. But this person, Juju's World, says she know them personally. So who is the person who ran across the grass area? I remember seeing him run, but who was the other person? Because there was a little person that ran across the grass area before they came back under the shelter part near where the car was. Kim Yu says it did look like a child. It looked like a child. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to say somebody lying, but I'm saying from what my eyes saw, a little person ran across where the grass area was. And then they turned back around and ran back to where like the shelter part is, like where you vacuum your car out, because that's where the car was parked. They ran back to where the car was near the vacuum area, but they ran across. It was like a grassy area back here. You can see it on the video, plain as day. And then whoever what the two guys got in the car and sped out, because another car, once they heard the pow powing, they got the hell out of there. I'm just saying, hey, go look at the video. It's on. Google it. Go on YouTube. The shit is out there, and you can see for yourself. Okay. I don't want to be going back and forth with nobody, but I'm just saying what my eyes saw. A little person ran across the grass area and ran their ass back, and we didn't see them no more. That's all I know. They ran across the grass, ran back. We didn't see them no more. I don't know. No, I'm not trying to argue. No, I'm saying what I saw, but okay. Anyway, let's move on, child, to this married to medicine shenanigan bullshit. All right, so Dr. Heavenly goes back and forth with Dr. Contessa. I know some of you guys may not have watched it, so we're going to watch different clips, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? Anytime Heavenly get into it with somebody, the first thing she goes to is say, is your mother. If you guys notice, Heavenly did not have a great relationship with her mother, so she's deflecting. It's a deflecting moment for Heavenly. Okay, that's her go-to. She's hurting in that way, so she throws that out to someone else. She throws her hurt out on someone else. She did not have a great relationship with her mother, according to what she said. Her mother never talked to her, and her mother never had a relationship with her. She grew up in a room that didn't have windows. This is from what she had to say. So anytime Heavenly get into it with somebody, and you guys know I'm telling the truth, she always goes to your mama. That makes her feel good. Maybe it's in a twisted type of way, in a schizophrenic type of way. Maybe her saying that to them, your mama, is her lashing out and getting out that hatred and that hurt that she dealt with her own mother. That's what it gives me. That's what it gives me. Okay. She ain't said it to the right person yet. But listen, cabinet though. No one ever explained that part. No one ever explained that part. Then Heavenly tried to pass it off as the Dr. Damon is lactose intolerant or some bullshit like that. Okay, there's like soy milk. There's, I don't know. That's 2%, 1%. I don't know. Infamil, that's for babies. There was several cans in the cabinet. And when they realized it, she tried to hide it. So what the fuck is going on? Is there a baby? Or did one of your kids have a baby and you just don't want nobody to know it because she wants her kids and her husband to think that, want everybody to think that they're perfect? Oh my God. And you done talked about everybody else on that stage, about their relationship, their marriage. You done came for Sweet Tea and Dr. G. And now you surprised that Damon is running around here asking for people's phone numbers. Didn't I just sit here and say all of them have heard that shit? And Simone said a woman came to her and told her she knew Dr. Damon and that he asked for her phone number. So why a married man who been married to Heavenly for all these years, okay, Miss Perfect Marriage, why your husband running around here doing the same shit Chris Fletcher doing, asking for people's phone number? Tell me that shit. You see how Heavenly sat there all quiet then? You couldn't get nothing out of her ass then. I ain't hear your mama then. I ain't hear you popping off then. Get to talking about Dr. Daddy. That's the same shit that happened when Mariah shut her ass down and said, don't make me show them motherfucking receipts. They've been talking about this for seasons after seasons about Dr. Damon. And they've been hiding this shit. But Heavenly don't want nobody speaking on her marriage, but she could talk about anybody else. The way she came for Contessa, I thought was just below the belt. It's none of your fucking business. And even if she did come to you as a friend and say, hey, I'm going through this in my marriage, that's why I don't be telling bitches shit. If I'm dealing with something, bitch, you'll never know. Every relationship have issues. Every relationship have arguments. Okay? Every relationship. So if a person trusts you enough to come to you and have a conversation with you about something, and you get your ass on YouTube and tell they fucking business, bitch, I will never fuck with you again. I don't care if you apologize. I don't care if you buy me a Gucci purse. I don't care if you cash out me, bitch. It's never for me. That's called chop, bitch. It's a chop for me. Gotta watch who you befriend, watch who you tell shit to, because people like Heavenly, I would never trust a bitch like that. She got some deep-rooted issues from her childhood, and she always like to throw that shit out on other people to make herself feel better. You gotta watch people like that who are really fucked up out here. that throw shit off on other people to make themselves feel good. Those are dangerous individuals. Heavenly is a dangerous person because she refuses to get help because she's in fucking denial and she thinks she's perfect. She thinks that her husband is perfect. She thinks that her kids are perfect, and they're not. No one on this earth is without flaw or flaws, because I went to school, okay? That's plural. No one. So for her to sit here and hear that her husband is out here petitioning women for their phone numbers and trying to holler at them says that there's a crack, there's a leak in that building, baby. There's something going on in your household that's not completely perfect. Someone is not 100% happy if they're seeking outside of your marriage. And don't get me wrong, just because you've been married for a long time, don't mean that you guys are not going to have some issues. And don't mean that there's not going to be some moments where they be like, you know what? I don't know today. I'm just saying. I think people will receive and respect Heavenly a little bit more if she was a little more honest. Okay? And I'm not talking about in this loud, lashing out bullshit that she likes to do. Heavenly got some fucking issues. And I think she really needs to come off TV for a while until she get those issues. But I think because Andy likes the messiness of it all, he likes to see that messiness. He likes to see that going back and forth because it helps with ratings. So he uses Heavenly in order to do that and go against the other women. But then he don't let her go too far, just enough for him to get his ratings where they need to be. Heavenly knows there's some issues. The first person that would know that there's some shit going on, why is it that everybody on the stage knows something going on in your marriage and not you? How is that a fucking surprise when you live with this nigga? Last season, Simone put it out there that Damon and Heavenly don't even sleep in the same fucking bed. She didn't say shit about that then, but this season oh my God, for real? Bitch, you already know that. You know that nigga walk past your bedroom when he go to bed at night. The fuck? Are we doing that? But you got so much to say about Contessa and her marriage. She said her marriage is solid. They're together. They fix whatever their issues as they supposed to do if they marry. They got children. They got a family. They got businesses. And it ain't your business. If he out there fucking up, worry about your own husband out here fucking up. Don't worry about Contessa. Let Contessa figure out her shit. She'll figure it out. She'll figure it out. But Heavenly, girl, bye.
Contessa.
Amazing. It's amazing. She stay on sweet tea about Dr. G. But now you're surprised that people got something to say about you and Dr. Damon. Mariah been put your shit out there, baby, and I believe it. Because when Mariah said she had them receipts, Heavenly didn't say, girl, you ain't got no fucking receipts. You ain't got no receipts. You know what Heavenly said? I'm getting ready to go. Why are you leaving? Why are you leaving? Mariah said she's getting ready to put receipts out on your husband and him running around on you and several women that she know of that's been creeping with your husband. And the next thing out of your mouth is, I'm getting ready to leave. I'm about to go. I'm ready to go. Why are you ready to go? Okay, girl. Because you wasn't ready to go when you was popping till Mariah about to drop them receipts on your ass, slam that shit down like an ace of spades. You about to do that. And now you're ready to grab your purse and go. Girl, no, stay. Stay, girl, stay. All right, so now let's get into the next, honey. Toya and Sweet Tea, they get into it. Toya and Sweet Tea get into it. Let's get into that. And let me know it's something to it because you're trying to talk over her. Toya. When a person trying to air you out, pay attention. When you're trying to air a person out and they try to overtalk you and fast talk you, there's something to it. Okay? There's a word to the wise. Let me go to educate y'all right now. If you're airing out somebody and you're trying to tell their shit and put them on Front Street, and they're constantly trying to overtalk you to keep you from saying what you're getting ready to say, it's something to that shit. Let's Quad, let me talk to you. Quad, the only reason you came there bearing gifts was because you wanted camera time, number one. 2, you wanted to be a part of the crew. 3, you didn't like her from the jump. Okay? You didn't like the fact that Dr. G started dating her and then they got married. You pretended to because you were all up in her DMs and stalking the fuck out of her. I know because I saw the shit. Oh, congratulations. Oh my God, I love this for y'all. Y'all look so good together. You didn't mean that shit. Because all you did was troll the fuck out of her on the show. You always had something negative and subliminals and everything else to say about Sweet Tea. And she never really came for you like that until you said something and she responded. And I'm just going to keep it 1,000 out. And I know it's some Quad fans in here. And it's fine. Y'all can put in there how y'all feel. But I'm talking about what I'm seeing, baby. Quad was on some fake shit when it came to Sweet Tea. Why would you want to come to someone's event, bachelorette party, marrying your ex-husband when you don't even really fuck with her like that? You don't like her. Even if you bought a gift, no. And Sweet Tea did right to say, no, I don't want you here. It's weird. It's weird. I don't want to be nowhere near any of my husband's exes. For why? And I know it's for what? For why? Why for come? I want to be around your ass. Don't bring me no gift. It's no. Girl, Quad want to be a part of. It was the camera time, but you were using her for camera time. And then we're going to sit up and talk shit about her at her own event. And you were mad because she told your ass to leave. So after that, you had nothing but daggers for her. And the rest of y'all like, what the fuck is the problem? Oh my God, it's annoying. Let's move on though. Let's move on. There's something to it. Toya, it's weird to me that you were friends with Sweet Tea during her bachelorette party because you was telling Quad she couldn't be there. Now y'all at the reunion and now you and Quad, y'all kind of going against Sweet Tea. It's weird to me. Was that like a setup or something? Because you were all up her ass at her bachelorette party. And now over here at the reunion, you siding with Quad, the same person that you told Sweet Tea to tell to leave.
Katie from...
Really, Toya? Somebody who moved every season, you gonna throw that shot out there? I didn't move into anyone else's home. You did. When you renting somebody's house, you moved in somebody else's house. Hello? Somebody in the chat? If you move into a rental home, that's not your home. You moved into somebody else's home and you're paying rent and your husband is a fucking doctor. Like, y'all can't stay nowhere. It's given that every season, like I said, y'all got to move. So you the last person need to be talking about where somebody stay and who moving somewhere because you stay moving. Y'all just moved into your dream home, what, barely 2 years ago? And now you right now, we have a new home. Like every season, you're going to get a new home. Why are you renting? Y'all literally just came back from paying all them damn taxes to the damn IRS that you and Dr. Eugene owed. But then you're going to sit up talking about a Birkin. That's the problem with Toya. She's so materialistic until she don't think about bills and shit. Toya don't think about bills and responsibilities. She think about what I want, and trying to keep up with what she see the other women on the show have. And you know, driving Dr. Eugene into the damn ground. He working. He hardly don't ever be home according to you. You mad at him because he don't be home, but you want more shit. Like, damn, you see Dr. Jackie get some renovations done in her house, so it's, oh, we need a new house. Somebody else pull up in a new car. Oh, I need a new, Porsche. Girl, get your life. Get your life. Ain't nothing wrong with having new and nice shit, because I like nice shit. I like new shit as well. But your finances need to reflect that. I ain't going to put that burden on my husband to where he got to work like a fucking dog while I'm just out here stunting like a little stunt queen. And he coming home tired as fuck. He don't want to do nothing but lay down when he get home because he don't work so many damn hours trying to keep up my lifestyle. Like what job do you go to? I haven't heard her talk anything else about this wine business that she opened up last season, or was it this season? I ain't heard her talk about that at all. But you are talking about where somebody else moved and where they be. Girl, get the fuck out of here. It's giving hate, okay? And Quad, I know you ain't laughing. With them fake tears where you got to cry to be on this damn show so you can pay your mortgage. Girl, get out of here, okay? Because what else you got going on besides Married to Medicine and that little hairline you got going on? And that fake ass nigga you ride over there with riding around in that Rolls Royce that you supposed to have been turned back in, sis. Okay, don't do it. Do not do it. Shout out to the 576 watching though. Let's get into the next clip, girl. Yes, the girls are girling. Yeah, you got to fake cry and do all that on the show, girl, and pretend to be people friends in order to keep your spot, girl, to pay your bills. She said her house paid for. Get into it. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That was not a read, honey. That was not a read at all. Let's get into this next one. All right, so Sweet Tea and Quad get into a disagreement. Okay, I know y'all been waiting to see this shit because so heavily hillbilly girl from Memphis, Tennessee, child. See, this is what I like about. I like that about Sweet Tea, honey. Y'all gonna back her in the corner. She gonna always come out swinging. All right. The girls be trying to gang up, but she gonna always come back. All right. You thought you cleared with that little Mini Cooper. I don't even think he got that car no more. But bottom line, Quad, your car is questionable, girl. You're supposed to be turning it in, and it's said to be stolen. And your man is out here on some fraud shit. So you know, you might want to check up on that while you are arguing on the stage about a damn Rolls Royce and trying to flex or fake flex, if you will, about this damn Rolls Royce, girl. Like, nobody's really checking for a car that was supposed to be turned in, girl. That's not yours. Let's continue. Oh, girl. It's giving it that some little tension there. Like, why would there be a lot of tension? I would be like, girl, I'm not arguing with you. I'm the wife, okay? And what else you got? What else you got? I don't have side chick conversations. I don't have those, okay? I really don't have third-party conversations, girl, with non-people, that with, you know, non-motherfucking factors, as you call her. Going over there with King with his fried ass, and I'm still here and be married. Now, what are you so pressed like a panini for about me being married to Dr. G? Like, it's given that you care a little bit still, quiet. It's given that you care a little bit still about Dr. G. If you that pressed to be arguing back and forth with his now wife. If you don't have a problem with it, I would say, girl, I'm not going to argue with you. Have him, girl. I done had that. I've been like, look, I done had that before. You can have it, girl. What am I going to argue with you for? Y'all be happy. Please, because I'm happy. That's what I said. The back and forth, yeah, we ain't going to do that. But let's continue. Ciao. All right. Okay, yeah, we saw that. Let's move on. No. Hold up. Wait. I missed something. I think this is what's going to happen next. Is that what's going to happen next? Yeah, no. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Hold on. Yeah, no. How did I miss that? I'll give me a second. All right. I thought I pulled something up and I didn't. And I need it. We got to see what's going to happen next. And then we're going to move on. Because I know y'all are getting tired of. Okay. Yeah. So this is what's going to happen next on Married to Medicine. Yeah, let's move that there. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Okay, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and share that, and then we're going to get out of here off that topic of Married to Medicine, because I don't want y'all to be weighed down too much with Married to Medicine BS, because we got more stuff to talk about. All right. Mods, can you guys give me an update on what's going on with the likes, okay? Because I don't mind you guys being in the bushes, but I do mind if you don't hit the like button, because it is free. And yeah, that's just the right thing to do. Again, I do not ask you guys for Cash Apps or any of those apps over here on my channel. I don't ask for Zelle payments, Cash Apps. I don't even ask for super stickers. If you guys want to give them, then you're more than welcome to do so. The only thing I ask for is to like the video, and that's free. Okay. We have 254 people and we have 573 likes. It sounds like some people want to have a little dance off. So let's give you guys some music so y'all can head on over to the like button and tap it. Okay. I'll be here. I'm just waiting on you guys. All right. Please hit the like button. Thank you guys. Moms, can you update me so we know where we are? We continue our show. Thank you for those of you that want to stay in the bushes. You can stay there, but hit the like button for me so we can continue our show. Hey. I'm waiting on y'all. Thank you for everyone that already hit the like button, you guys. I appreciate it, okay? I appreciate you guys. Those of you who did not carry over to the like button, fine. Continue. $2.91. We're getting there. Let's go. Hey, yes with the church, with the word. Say yes with the word. Yes, $2.99. We're coming up. I know why they're here, child. Y'all know what's on the description, who we talking about. So I know that we're in the bushes, child. So you can hear what I got to say about that. Okay, hit the like button. I'm sure why at? Where we at? We still at $2.99? Said bend your back low. Hey, we're at 303. It's coming up. I need about 350 before I need at least 320, at least, because there's some more y'all in here. Okay, if you don't like me, I don't even know why you're here anyway. Thank you for the view. If you just hit an alert, you get information, run it back, at least the like button. I'm not gonna finish this show until you get a like button. I'm not gonna look at it. All right, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. We need to like. Hey. This song, yeah. And if you're ready for a show, hit the like button. Hey, come on. 315. I might be able to work with that. I might. Okay. Y'all see it. Hey. We'll take it. All right. So let's get into what's going to happen next. All right. Let's get into what's going to happen next for the reunion. All right. Y'all like that little jam session? Hey, okay. That wasn't nice. So y'all said find a clip where Phaedra called him trash. Hold on. Because she sure called him trash, child. I said, ooh, girl. Let's see. Hold on. It's got to be on my other little. It's got to be on this other one. Hold on. Because I saw it when I was scrolling earlier. Child, the girls are out here fighting, Lord. Is this it? Receipts. Hold up. Oh, I think this might be it. Oh, girl. Yeah, thank y'all for bringing that to my attention, girl. All right, so hold on. Okay, so let's share that, and then we're gonna get off Married to Medicine. I promise. Okay, because I know some of y'all are tired of talking about Married to Medicine, so we got to get. All right, so I knew right where to go find it, honey. Because I listen. All right, so let's get into it. So this is what happened, girl. What Phaedra had to say. I know you're gonna say had. All right, so there's a compilation. It says Phaedra Parks praising the ladies in Married to Medicine, and then let's get into it.
How do you compare being on Married to Medicine versus being on the Housewives of Atlanta?
Totally different women. We were a lot more cantankerous, and they support each other's marriage. And Housewives, if you even say you want to separate, baby, they're gonna make sure you get divorced in 1, 2, 3.
Right. Toya, you thought it was strange?
Wonderful for women. I think what makes this group so special is that, a lot of times groups don't support marriage. And when someone says they want to divorce, they are all for it. But in this group, y'all seem to rally for marriage.
Do you think Jackie should stay with him?
Yeah, it's a win for Satan every time somebody divorces and stuff like that.
You want to work as hard as you can for your marriage. It's 21 years of wasted life.
To really be in, relationships, or really get into the dirt of being married. Because marriage is...
You are part of the Married to Medicine cast.
Here's what they think about Phaedra.
Housewives of Atlanta.
Well, Married to Medicine is very different. I think it's because these ladies are professional women, so that makes them have less time for foolishness, and the conversations are different.
You just wrapped your first season on Married to Medicine. What was the takeaway for you from that crew?
You know what? They are really very different from the Housewives because they're professional women, but they have really strong relationships and true friendships. So it was a good time, and we actually started taping 2 days ago.
Okay, yes. So we're back for more.
We're back for more.
Okay.
That right there. Because, baby, after that good word, okay, tell us how you really feel, Phaedra. Demonic child. She called him fat and funny looking. I was like, oh, my God. Now, who would be the fat one? Would be Heavenly? Who would be funny looking one? Who you talking about? Child. Oh, girl. Phaedra? Phaedra, y'all know Phaedra gonna always keep a good read down, okay? Say what you want to say about Phaedra, okay? She be on some fraud shit sometimes too. That's what they said. That's what I had read in the book, okay? Angela Stanton said that. But girl, say what you want to say about Phaedra. She gonna always read the girls down, all right? Piss her off, and she gonna always clear your ass with a good read. All right, let's move on, girl, because there's some crazy people out here. Lord God. Yeah. Imagine calling the police, trying to flex on the police, and they come and get you. That's what had happened in this situation right here, girl. Okay. Now, a Philly rapper accused of sexual assault is arrested after calling the popos to question why they put his face on the news. Where else your face gonna be, nigga? On the news. All right. He said that y'all saying that I assaulted someone. Get off my D. Oh, girl. That's so abrasive. So yeah, the popo was like, yeah, track that number and let's go pick that nigga up. And that's what they had did. So let's get into it.
Sergeant Detroit, I can help you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out why do y'all got my face on the news?
I don't know. What's your name?
Y'all know my name, bro. Why y'all got my face on the news?
Okay, so you just called. You haven't identified yourself. You tell me your face is on the news.
Who else face on the news?
Everybody.
Kathy Orr.
All right, then you figure it the fuck out, bro. It's Haran De Jesus. Why my face on the news?
Haran De Jesus?
Why y'all got my face on the news for assault, bro? Like why y'all doing all that though?
What's the news saying?
Y'all saying I assaulted somebody. Why would y'all do that?
Well, I mean, if it's not true, you can always come in and give a statement and we can work it out.
But to say I did that though, like that's crazy.
Sergeant Detroit, I can help you.
Hello. Like that's crazy. That's not something to play with, bro. Like, you know.
What's your date of birth?
Why would y'all say I assaulted somebody, bro?
So you guys know they already know who he is. Once you call, your fucking number come up. They got a database where they can see all your shit. They probably already looking at your social media and all that to see what you do, when you've done it, all that.
Good contact number for you.
You don't even give a fuck, right?
Yeah, they don't.
Well, I mean, you know, you talking to me the way you're talking to me about why the fuck and all this nonsense.
Because y'all just putting my face on the news saying I assaulted somebody. Y'all just putting my face on the news. But you just putting my face on the news saying I assaulted somebody, not getting us nowhere either, though. You just putting my face on the news saying I assaulted somebody because y'all can't find me where you want to find me at. Ain't gonna figure nothing out either. Is it, little motherfucker?
Whatever you say, man.
Well, fuck you too then, nigga.
Not to the police. Oh my God.
Like, that's crazy.
Oh my God.
That's not
too much. Okay. So let's get into it. Who be called to the police station after you want it? Obviously, you wanted you on the news, okay? And why you gonna say, why you put my face there? Like, who are you, nigga? It's a lot of criminals out there that we looking for. Like, which one are you? Okay. Which one are you? If you're gonna at least call and talk some shit like that, at least identify yourself. We know he ain't coming down there to put no statement in. We know that shit. So it said the initial report released by a Philadelphia news station. Now, NBC 10 Philadelphia says that a man with face tattoos is wanted for an alleged sexual assault that happened in early March of 2025. That's this year, girl. In the Ogons section of Philadelphia. I hope I said that right. Okay. So let's read into what it's saying. Now, it says that Philadelphia rapper Crowley G's, whose real name is Haran De Jesus, whatever, child, sparked controversy this week after posting an Instagram video denying police accusations linking him to a sexual assault case. Now, the incident began when police released a photo and vehicle description identifying De Jesus, child, as a suspect in a March 8th sexual assault on Old York Road. Now, in response, the Jesus child called the police questioning why his face was on the news and denying the allegations. Okay. It also goes on to say that the officer on the call encouraged him to come in for questioning, but the conversation escalated with both sides becoming confrontational. Now, 2 days later, the Jesus child was arrested by Philadelphia police. Authorities had labeled him armed and dangerous and believed that he was driving a gray Toyota Scion. Nigga, you a thug out here in a Scion at the time of the incident. How you out here thugging in a Scion, nigga? Like, what? You can't skirt out real good in no damn Scion. You can't skirt out here, child. But anyway, so that's what had happened. Okay, and they called his ass 2 days later. You called the damn police. They done did all their investigative work, tracked your number and all that, and found out where you are. It's called phone towers, nigga. Like, I don't want to give all my shit out because, yeah.
An update tonight on a...
So let's get into this, okay? If y'all watch crime shows, you know how they track a nigga down. All right, ain't far you can go. When you call, they cell phone, nigga, cell phone towers, okay? Your number is in the system. See, they ain't even have your number. They ain't even have your number, dumbass. You called out and gave them your number. They done on your ass in the system, girl. Phone towers led them to you. 2 days, they don't took them 2 days, okay? 2. Jesus rose on 3. The police got your ass in 2. Look at the Lord. Let's continue, child.
And wanted in connection with a sexual assault in Philadelphia's Ogons neighborhood. Police say he is now in custody. Investigators say 31-year-old Heron DeJesus sexually assaulted someone 2 weeks ago on the 6300 block of Old York Road. Police were also looking for his car, which they say has been located. An update tonight on a man wanted in connection with a sexual assault in Philadelphia's Ogons neighborhood. Police say he is now in custody. Investigators say...
Yeah, nigga. You and your Scion is in custody, nigga. How you out here skirting around, thugging out here in these streets in a damn Scion? None against nobody in a Scion.
Like, that's crazy.
Like, bro, how you call the police on this energy right here?
Sir, Detroit, I can help you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out why do y'all got my face on the news?
I don't know. What's your name?
Y'all know my name, bro. Why y'all got my face on the news?
Yeah, nigga, they got your face on the news because they was trying to catch you, but thank you for calling them and helping them catch you, okay? Because that's how they caught you when your number popped up, okay? Because there are no blocked numbers at the Popo station, all right? When you call down there, your number comes up, and everything associated with your number, they're going to find you, and that's what they did in 2 days, okay? 2. All right, let's get off that. Thank you guys for watching. All right, shout out to Neighborhood Talk because that's where we saw it, okay? Moving on, Tyler Perry snaps off on someone, child. Okay, I was like, oh, okay. Tyler Perry snaps off, child. He finally replied to Jaguar Wright. As she explains, Tyler Perry was also at the Diddy party. So now she's trying to link Tyler Perry into some illegal bullshit. Not to mention the fact that her ass is also mentioned in, we covered it yesterday, a Diddy lawsuit. Her name is mentioned within so many other names, okay? KK, which is the Ghislaine Maxwell in Diddy's case as well. So, yes, Jaguar Wright's name is listed there. And now Jaguar has come for Tyler Perry after he done got up there and did a good old sermon at Angie Stone's funeral, girl. And Tyler has responded. And we're going to look at it, okay? We're going to look at it because I love a good old clapback, girl. Let's get into it. Tyler was like, bitch, what you talking about, bitch? Okay? Yes, honey. Come on in here, Tyler, and let the hoes know. Don't be keeping my name in no shit. So what if I was at Diddy party, nigga? I won't in none of them rooms back there. I won't back there on no FOs. Or were you? Let's let him tell you, girl.
Rumor that have been going on about my relationship status. Let me make it clear to you all. I'm not gay. For those of you spreading rumor, Jala Bekele, because you find out I'm gay, that's a big lie.
Because I saw you at a Diddy party, Tyler. And you were having a glorious time.
Not a glorious.
And if you must know, we're still working together, so enough with the rumor. And if you have interest in me to figure out I'm straight, kindly text me directly, and I'll make out time to reply thank you.
No, thank you.
I need him to tell me what happened to my friends. And I don't care how long it's been since I talked to them. They will always be my friends. Always. Tim and Durrett and Lamont Rucker were not the same after they went on camera with Tyler Perry. Christian, I think you can tell me why.
Rumor that have been going on about my relationship status. Let me make it clear to you all. I'm not gay. For those of you spreading rumor, Jala Bekele, because you find out I'm gay, that's a big lie.
Because I saw you at a Diddy party, Tyler. And you were having a glorious time.
And if you must know, we're still
Jaguar was Tyler in one of them rooms back there howling at the Moon Girl? Was that what he was doing? Because Jaguar seems to know everybody's business in the industry to not be invited nowhere. That's all I'm saying. And Jaguar, I love you, girl. But it's given that you don't be invited nowhere. I ain't never heard you being at no Diddy party. So how the fuck do you know what be going on there? How do you know who was there? How do you know who was there and what they were doing if you were never invited there, girl? Because they said that people in the industry don't fuck with you like that. Jay-Z don't fuck with you. He let you sing that one song. Like, do you ever sounds like a love song? You was on that shit, and then we ain't heard from you no more after that. Okay, yeah, we ain't heard from you no more. And then now you coming for Tyler. Okay, Tyler's like, bitch, I'm not fucking gay. I'm not none of those things. And even if I was at a fucking party, like it was business. Okay, it's called rubbing elbows. It's called that. You trying to say I'm back there, eating edibles and drinking spiked drinks and back there, humping around like Bobby Brown child and back there, and that shit. And that was not me, girl. That's what Tyler is saying. All right.
Working together, so enough with the rumor. And if you have interest in me to figure out I'm straight, kindly text me directly and I'll make out time to reply, thank you.
And I'll make out time to reply, thank you. You got to say it like that, Tyler, not thank you. Thank you. Okay? Put some bass in your voice on that shit. Let a bitch know you tried it. Now, bitch, text me if you got the number. And if you don't, then shut what they call the fuck up. Moving on.
I need him to tell me what happened to my friends.
Why you got all these friends that don't fool with you? That's another thing. Tell me what happened to my friends. Meanwhile, everybody in the industry like, girl, we don't fuck with her. Where are these friends coming from? Everybody is her friend when she airing somebody out. Have y'all noticed that about Jaguar? Jaguar don't come for me either. Okay. Have y'all noticed that everybody in the industry is Jaguar's friend, but no one fuck with her? No one fucks with Jaguar because she be doing too much. Now all of a sudden these people are your friends. Like, do you have their phone number? Do you have any pictures, like recent pictures where you've been out with them, hanging out with them, like on the good with them? Like, where, girl?
And I don't care how long it's been since I talked to them. They will always be my friends.
So you don't care how long it's been since you talked to them. They will always be your friends. Do they know that? Do they know that they're still your friends when they don't fuck with you? So you just going to make them be your friend. I don't care how long it's been since I've talked to them. I know it's been about 27 years. But we still friends. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. Okay. Even though they kicked me out of the industry and blackballed me, girl, we're still friends. Oh, okay.
Always.
Always, girl.
Tim and Durrett and Lamont Rucker.
Y'all know Lamar Rucker was from that was it Why Did I Get Married movie? Okay.
We're not the same after they went on camera with Tyler Perry. Christian, I think you can tell me why.
So is she trying to allude to the fact that Tyler Perry may have done some inappropriate shit at a Diddy party to these men, and now they are not speaking out, but maybe, kind of like a Justin Bieber situation in terms of what happened to Justin Bieber at a Diddy party? Because y'all know what Justin said happened to him with several people in the industry. Same thing they said happened to Usher, to where Usher had to be taken to a hospital because he was, some things happened in the anal area and he had to have medical attention is what they're saying. Something happened at a Diddy party. So are you saying and or alluding to the fact that Tyler Perry was involved in Lamar Rucker and this other guy that you just mentioned at a Diddy party where something happened to where they are kind of sitting on some information that needs to be put out there? I'm confused because Tyler Perry said he ain't on that.
Rumor that.
So y'all let me know. All right. So they're saying that do she realize that she just admitted to being at a Diddy party? I don't think she was at a Diddy party because like I said, the industry don't really fool with Jaguar like that. And even if she was at a Diddy party, like, why are you telling things? Because I'm hearing that anybody that ever went to a Diddy party had to sign an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement. Okay. Go in there and say, hey, if I see somebody fell out drunk, whatever, they high, because it's a celebrity party. You can't come in there like, what the hell y'all doing down here? Why you giving him head? You can't be in there like that. Oh my God, like take a picture, so you can go back and put the shit out there. Nah, and I'm hearing you could not bring phones and shit in there. So they were very tight-lipped about things that were going on in there because it was like wild parties, like people making out that you would never think were making out. So for you to come to these parties and then come back and do a video about it, are you violating an NDA? Because everyone that I'm hearing that was at a Diddy party had to sign one. Might want to check into that, girl, because well, you ain't got nothing to sue for because you was out here stealing U-Hauls. But girl, You might want to check into that. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You might want to shut up, girl, because when you get to talking too much, people come up missing, especially that's connected to Clive Davis. Diddy and Clive, hello. Do you see the connection? Diddy, Clive, Tyler Perry, Clive. Do you not see that? Anybody that's connected to Clive, sometimes they usually don't be alive after they start talking too much, okay? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, girl, but let's move on. Ooh, that's a scary place to be in, girl. It is. And now you're going to, yeah. Okay. Now you on that case with Diddy. Oh, well, jingle bell, girl. I don't know what to tell you. But let's move on. This is some good advice for those of you that are married or looking to get married. I found this topic and I said I want to talk about it, okay? Let's kind of breeze it out a little bit, okay? Because we're a little aggressive on this last topic. So let's kind of, let's kind of smooth it out with this right here topic here. Now, a woman gives advice that she wished that she had known before getting married, that love isn't enough, that marriage will never fix loneliness. And a lot of women need to hear this because women say, hey, girl, my biological clock is ticking. Girl, maybe it's broke now. Girl, it's time for me to go out here and get married because what am I, like 50, 60, 70? Girl, it's time. So a lot of people get married out of loneliness. A lot of people get married because they have kids by somebody. A lot of people get married out of desperation or financial situations. Everybody get married for different reasons, okay? But you got to make sure that you're connected to the right one. Somebody that you can grow with. Their credit is good where you can get some shit because you don't want to buy something, eventually. And you don't want everything to fall on you. You don't want to marry somebody who's abusive, financially abusive, physically, psychologically, emotionally. You got to look into all of those things. If you don't get along with their family, shit going to be tense because it's going to be family reunions and shit like that. So you got to keep all of those things into account when you're looking for that other one or that one because it could very much so be detrimental down the line. All right, so let's get into what this lady had to say.
Age of 54 and 2 divorces later, let me give you the marriage advice I wish that I had listened to. Love is not enough. Marry for character, not just chemistry. You're not just marrying them, you're marrying their habits, their debt, and their family drama. Marriage will never fix loneliness. The wrong person will make it worse. You can't marry potential. You're not a life coach. You're a spouse. Being alone is way better than wishing you were. The right person will make you feel safe. The wrong one will make you feel small. We'll figure it out is not a financial plan. Some people don't want love. They want control. Learn the difference.
Period.
You should be excited to marry them, not just relieved that they finally committed. Be prepared to marry the whole family. Period. Hope that helps. At the age of 50,
think about that. Great points. Okay, great points. All right. Shout out to It's On Site. That's where we're seeing it from. So you got a lot of people to get married, like I said, for different reasons. And I see somebody putting in the chat, you can definitely be married and be lonely. You got a lot of people who get married and they mentally check out. They over here, child, you over here, they over here. And you come home and be like, damn, I'm married, but I still feel alone. Some people still feel that way. So you have to really look at it. Marriage is what you make it. I keep saying it. Marriage is what you make it. Marriage is not for everybody. Some people don't want to be married. They just want to be with somebody. They don't want that commitment. They just want to be together. And that's fine. Whatever works for you, works for you. I'm not telling nobody to run out here and do anything. Whatever works for you, let it work for you. If you want to be with a nigga that holler at you, don't let me stop you, girl. Stay over there and be happy at being hollered at, okay? But my point is, okay, if you're looking for something that's going to be lasting, you got to have God in that thing. And I know a lot of people, some people don't believe in God. You got some atheists in the chat. I ain't trying to convince you of that. But I'm going to tell you now, what works for me, God is here. And then everything else falls underneath. You got to be able to pray with your spouse. You got to be able to have that spiritual connection because that does help. All right. The family that prays together, what stays where? Together, girl. So you got to have that in order to make it work. You got to respect is up here too. If you respect a person, there's certain things that you won't do to them, like raise your voice, like talk down to them, like disrespect them, like be, financially or psychologically or emotionally abusive to them. If you respect a person, so you got to have respect up there. Right up under God is a good place to place it. Like God, and then, respect, loyalty and all that other shit. It's a list. Make a list of all the things that you look for in a person and don't strike anything off the list when you meet a person. That means you're settling. Okay, let me help somebody. If you make a list, I did the same shit. Well, I met my husband, I made a list of all the things that I'm looking for in a person. And I swear to God, he checked off every single thing on the fucking, I was like, this got to be fate. It's got be fake. The only thing I did not like is that he used to leave his shoes in the floor because I'm a neat freak. That shit used to irk the fuck out of me. Like, nigga, get your J's out my floor. Get your Timbs out my floor. I hated that shit. But now that he know I don't like, he don't do that shit anymore. So I'm just like, boom. So you got to make a list of all the things that you like or that you're looking for, and that's a must-have in a relationship with a person. And go down that list. When you meet that person you date, I'm like, okay, check. They're doing this check. They credit to the check. Some things can be fixed. Their credit is fucked up. You can fix credit. But if the nigga is hella abusive and talk to you any kind of way, like some things you don't want to kind of overlook and be like, well, we just get over it. You know, maybe he'll get better down the line. Yeah, no. Because if he's yelling at you today, he pushing you tomorrow. And then Wednesday, he going to probably hit you. Thursday, he going to probably slap you. Friday, y'all going to probably be fighting. I'm just saying, some things you just don't want to overlook and be like, okay, yeah, maybe to get better. Nah. Family is definitely important. Now, no, your family, you know, you can be married to a person and never deal with their family. That shit is mad weird. I enjoy going to family reunion with my husband because we all get along great. That's my family as well. That's how I see it. And the same with mine. Okay, it's all love there. And nobody can never say shit to me that's out of the way because he's going to check that shit. And vice versa. Nobody can say shit about my husband to him, nothing. And Cameron don't step in and be like, who the fuck you talking? Excuse me? That's mine right there. All right? Might want to shut the fuck up. That's me with mine. I don't play that shit. And he don't play it either. And that's how it has to be. So whatever dynamic works for you in your relationship, marriage, whatever you're in, it works. But don't settle. Okay? Do not settle in your relationship, situationship, whatever you want to call it. Don't settle because you're going to pay for that shit in the end. All right? Let's move on. Just a little, y'all know we like to talk relationship and shit like that too. All right, let's get into some health stuff and then we're going to move on. What time is it? 10. Okay, let's get into some health stuff because we always talk about that as well. Health, wealth, we talk about all that. So let's get into, yeah. All right, let's get into a post that I found because Lord, child, we always talk about this food and what's in this food. For those of you guys that eat out a lot, fast food and stuff, you might want to cut back on that a little bit. And you might want to, like I said before, start growing a garden, start getting a farm or something. I don't want no farm because I don't really like live animals like that. But when you see this right here, this may convince you, all right? So yet another reason to source your meat and food from organic regenerative farmers, okay? Check this out, y'all. When I saw this, I was like, what the? Okay, glue, meat glue. Did y'all know that? I didn't even know that existed. Meat glue. They're saying what you need to know about meat glue. Pay very close attention to this, all right? Let's educate y'all on food.
Suppliers have been caught using a special product known as meat glue to stick together scraps of meat to sell as prime cuts. Here's Rodney Lowe's with this special investigation.
I've just got some fine diced beef and my special enzyme. I'm just going to mix it up a bit.
Why have we got the masks on?
It's dangerous. See that? Don't breathe that in.
This powder is transglutamase enzyme, otherwise known as meat glue. Meat glues come in a number of forms, some produced by cultivating bacteria, the others, the primary ingredient comes from the blood plasma of pigs and cattle, specifically the coagulant which causes blood to clot. Ours uncooked is easy to spot the difference, but cooked is another story.
Okay, so the meat glue one is on the right and the real McCoy is on the left.
Different.
And it's not just beef. Pork, lamb, fish and chicken are all stuck back together using this glue.
If this food is sold or represented as a solid piece of steak and you cook it rare, you're really leaving yourself open to get food poisoning.
And chances are, unless you're a vegetarian, you're eating it on a regular basis.
Major suppliers have been caught using a special product known as meat glue to stick.
Meat glue. I don't eat beef anyway. Thank God I stopped eating beef, okay? Oh my God, can we eat anything and it not be a health hazard out here? This is so freaking scary, y'all. I've adopted clean eating and I do have and I told y'all one day where I do eat like whatever I want. It's like my cheat day. And I've been stopped eating beef because I don't like the fact that it stay in your system for so long. And that's why I stay detoxing and shit like that to get all the other shit in it I don't like. But meat glue, that just sounds dangerous. And then you're looking at them putting this damn powder down like some fucking cocaine that they putting down that you get ready to put into the meat. Like what the? is going on? The FDA approving this shit. It's weird, the stuff that the FDA approve of to put into our foods to consume it. That's why cancer and all this shit is popping up, because you eat shit like meat glue. Like, really? It's time to start farming. Like, I don't even like farm animals and shit like that. I can see myself with a cow or two, but I live in the city, so I don't know. I might can see myself with some cows or something somewhere right now after this shit. A couple pigs, some tomatoes, as they say down there in Besma, tomatoes and taters, some okra, and maybe some corn and some shit like that. Damn. Oh, y'all, what is going on? So there you go. All right, there you go. Another reason, they say, yet another reason to source your meat and food from organic regenerative farmers. Okay, this is so crazy. So be careful, and stop eating so much fast food, because all of the things that they put into it. I watched a video, especially with McDonald's foods, in terms of how long their bread alone just stays bread before it turns. All right, same with the meat, same with the fries. They lit a whole fry on fire from McDonald's, okay? They put a lighter to some French fries, and the shit burned like it was a piece of paper. Something is in the food. That's why I stopped eating fast food like that. Clean eating, all right? That's where it's at. So, yes, let's move on. All right, so moving back to my main screen so I can see you guys. Shout out to all of you in the chat, girl. All right? Who eat a lot of fast food? Not to put nobody on the spot. I want y'all to eat clean. All right, let's try clean eating, because that's healthy. All right, so I was watching a little video. We ain't gonna stay on this long. I was watching a little video. All right, y'all know who Destiny from Love and Marriage Huntsville is. Destiny mentions, all right, and I said maybe this is what's going on in her relationships. All right, I think sometimes when you go through situations, if you don't fix things that happen in your childhood and you move on into adulthood, and those things go untouched in terms of therapy, like real therapy. I ain't talking about that shit over there with Dion. And nothing against Dion. I just don't feel like she's helping her, because it's giving too close of a relationship and or friendship. When you're friends with a person and you can't tell them the truth because they're going to give you a certain reaction, and you kind of have to tiptoe around them, yeah, that's not good therapy, okay? That's not good therapy. I want a person who's going to give me therapy that's going to tell me the truth, like, real, yeah, you kind of fucked up right here. So let's talk about it. Let's get it out. I want you to talk about it. Tell me how you feel. Let's get deep down. You got to get underneath the hurt and grief and issues in order to help a person. And if you're working with someone who's scared to tell you the truth, that's not a good therapist. You cannot be a good friend to your therapist because it gives, that they can't be honest with you. So I was looking at this video. Destiny says that she grew up, not that we can believe everything she said, because we've caught her in a lot of lies, but Destiny says that she grew up fighting boys, okay? She grew up fighting boys, which made her be affected mentally. Okay. I said, there it goes. We were all wondering, what the fuck is going on with Destiny? Why is she so aggressive? Why is she always like this? Like, what is going on with Destiny? So she mentions growing up. Of course, you guys know she said she grew up in foster care and all of this other stuff, to where maybe she felt that she had to be aggressive, and she grew up fighting boys. I think she said with her brothers and stuff, she grew up fighting. They had a guest panelist on said show where they told Destiny she's dealing with this thing called reactive abuse. Okay. But my question is, if you're going through all of this therapy, she's going through therapy with Dion, and she says she's also going through another therapist. I don't know, maybe shock therapy can be thrown in there to maybe kind of, I don't know. So my thing is, with her saying she had to fight boys and all this stuff growing up. So in all of her relationships, you've exhibited that same behavior. You did it with Moses. We saw that. You had like a little aggressive tone when it came to Nell Fletcher's son, child, at their vow renewal, because, he said some shit that you didn't like. So it gives at you, and maybe that's why she says she needs this big D energy, because maybe it makes her feel comfortable with being the aggressor or the man, or viewed as the potential strong one in said relationship. All right. But of course, I told you guys about a situation that happened between Destiny and LeBarrett, where it was said that she pulled and or ripped his shirt in the middle of an argument and scratched him allegedly. And this was during their marriage. All right. And then you guys know that she filed a motion claiming abuse towards her and saying that she feared for her life, at which we all know the judge wound up dismissing, okay, in terms of saying that there was no proof of abuse. Okay, y'all remember that? So Destiny says, of course, she feared for her life, as I just said, and the judge even told her, no, you're not, I don't see anywhere where you're in danger. Because they said she was very much so like in this tizzy in court where she kept saying that they said she was crying like crazy and saying that she very much so feared for her life. This was, of course, after LeBaric had been given permission to take Little Law, which is their son, out of court and to leave the courthouse, to go home or wherever the hell they were going after that. They said that Destiny was still behind because the judge asked her to stay behind. Her father was there as well. And she was crying and saying, I feel for my life. I feel for my life. Da, da, da. And the judge was like, why? He's not here. Why do you feel for your life? He's not here anymore. What are you scared of? Okay. It gives weird vibes. She said mentally. I'm not saying I'm not trying to diagnose anyone, but it gives there some type of breakdown mentally somewhere. All right. So a person who is physically, emotionally, psychologically, financially, socially abusive. Okay. And I see all of those things allegedly in don't make me laugh. In Destiny, I've seen it. Financially, you see that she can't keep a business open. That's financial abuse. Okay. Psychologically, where you kind of harbor feelings, emotions, or whatever when a situation is over. Like you went all the way back when you filed these motions and say, oh, this happened when my son was a baby. Like, why didn't you file that then? Is given, why didn't you file that then? But now that you're filing this motion now to try to trip this person up and put them in a situation where you want the judge and the courts to see things your way, is I'm going to go all the way back to when my son was an infant or when my child was a baby, and now he's going 4, going on to 5. Like, it's giving weird vibes. You didn't care about it then, but now it's a priority now. Okay. Socially abusive, where you get around people and you talk shit about people when you harboring feelings, like say her relationship and or used to be friendship with Melody Cherie, how she gets around Tisha and Kimmy and everybody else, and the way she talks about Sonny as well. She holds on to things that maybe she should let go of. If you don't care about a person that much, then maybe they shouldn't come up in conversation as much. Okay. I don't really talk about people who I don't give a fuck about. If I don't care about you, you won't come up in conversation. That's just how I am. I just don't feel like giving it that much energy is a good word. So my thing is people who go through those things and exhibit those behaviors and then mask those antics and or behaviors by presenting themselves as the advocate for the very thing that they say that they've experienced. It's kind of wild work. Okay. It's kind of wild work. All of us have the potential to be violent if we're pushed into a certain situation. But you can't advocate for something that you continue to exhibit, is the same thing that I'm saying. Okay. It's all I'm saying. You can't advocate for something that you continue to exhibit time after time. Like it's video footage of you on the show being that way. We've talked about that many, many times. So she says, she goes on to say that she's been stressed in all of her relationships. So is it fair to get into a relationship and damage someone emotionally, psychologically, mentally, financially, because you have issues that you've not addressed? Maybe not be in a relationship until you get yourself together, because it's called baggage. When you jump from one person to the next, I don't know, maybe you're dating these people because of financial assistance. I know when she was dating Moses, Moses spoke on him giving her money, him helping her. He was also telling her, hey, shut Madani down, because it's like a money trap. You steady putting more money into this situation and you're losing money here. So I can't keep giving you money and supporting you in a situation when I'm telling you shut it down and you're not getting it. It's like you want to keep up with the Joneses and you see something that's not going anywhere, and I can't keep funneling money into a situation that's also bringing me down. So at some point, you got to get it. And if you don't get it, it's giving that you don't want to better yourself, because at some point you should say to yourself, hey, this is not working for me. And I don't want to get into another relationship that's going to further damage someone else because of my emotional, psychological, physical, abusive damage. Everybody's been in relationships. Everybody's jumped from person to person. But then you have people out here who can't be alone, who can't be by themselves, and they have to have someone else, maybe for emotional support. I don't know what the reason is for a person like Destiny to jump from one situation to the next, but then always blame the person that you leave for said issues when you brought that baggage. Y'all get where I'm going with that? Maybe I should be your therapist. Shit, I don't know. What up, Wente Talk in the building? Y'all shout out to Wente Talk. Y'all get over there and check her out. That's the homie. I love her down. Shout out to Wente Talk. She is a content creator, okay? Say in the bush is working. Yes, honey. So when you cause your own stress and then blame a person that you choose to be aggressive towards as the cause of said stress, that could be seen as mental manipulation. Y'all know what mental manipulation is? When you do shit to somebody else, and then to avoid taking accountability, you become a victim, and you push that off on someone else in terms of making them feel bad for what you did to them. That's called mental manipulation. When you try to prod or pull an apology out of someone when you did something to them, that's called mental manipulation. I can spot that shit a mile away. And if I ever apologize to you for something, I mean it, because typically I'd be like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. If you did something to me, yeah, I'm probably not going to fuck with you anymore anyway. But if I need to apologize to you, it's not going to be through mental manipulation. And that's what it gives here. Or a person who hurry up and apologize to you to avoid talking about said situation or taking accountability for it. I've seen that as well with Destiny. Let's go to the girls trip. When she said to Melody after she did what she did at the table, I'm sorry, I love you. That's mental manipulation, because then you turn right back around and do the same shit. So if you're sorry for something, a person who's really sorry for doing something to you will not continue to display that same energy. Okay. Says, can demons be helped? I cannot. I'm trying to keep a straight face. Okay. I cannot keep, and it gives a lot of, and I hate to keep comparing the two or connecting the two. It gives the same energy that Martell displays as well. Mental manipulation. He's a huge mental manipulator. If you guys watch his track record and how he moves and how he does, it gives the same energy. Mental manipulation. All right. So we're gonna get up off that. Girl, call CameraReal75gmail.com. Destiny. Let me help you, girl, because Dion ain't doing shit over there. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. Dion ain't doing shit over there, girl. I can help you for real. I go to therapy. So yeah, it's mental manipulation. Thank you for talking about all the things that you went through. But baby, if you want to be better, a better person, a better you have got to be honest with yourself and understand and realize that you are most of the problem of what's going on with you, not everybody else. You can't go through therapy and saying, they. No. What are you doing to contribute to your bullshit and what you continue to go through in every situation? Because you can't be with different people and have the same shit going on. At some point, it's you. All right, let's move on. All right, so what everybody's here waiting for, I know the likes and I know the views about to go back up, baby. I know they're about to go up. All right, let's get into this Wanda situation. Oh my God. I kind of touched on this yesterday. I did a video about it. Okay. I said, damn, this is giving first 48 bullshit right here. Let's get into it. I know it's going up. I see it was at 571. Now we're at 572. I know. Come on in. Hit the like button too. The Kool-Aid critters are in the bushes, girl. That's what I'm going to name them. The Kool-Aid critters, girl. They drinking the Kool-Aid. Come on in, Kool-Aid critters. Come on in, Kool-Aid critters. All right. So the Wanda situation. You guys already know what's been said, what's been going on. There's videos out there, the whole nine. All right. So it's been mentioned, according to my video that I did yesterday, you guys remember I was telling y'all about Wanda having, she was filming a scene with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Her scene was going to be something about a taste testing with her food truck where she invited blogger AL to come. He drove 3 hours. You guys heard about that, to come and be there to taste said potato child. Upon getting there, it was brought to my attention that it was supposed to be some type of setup. Okay. And I was just like, what? You invite someone somewhere to set someone up and said that her family members were waiting in the park for some type of signal or phone call to maybe bum rush blogger AL. And I'm not taking it for anybody because I'm not in this shit. I'm neutral in this. I'm just talking about it. I'm just giving my commentary on it. I'm not taking it for anyone. So I don't want nobody going back to why she's saying that. No, it's not that. Okay. It's called commentary. Okay. So Wanda mentions in her live, you guys, that she tried to set up blogger AL to come to the set for Love and Marriage Huntsville where they were filming, and then mentioned that she had her family nearby waiting on a cell call or some type of code word to maybe rush AL to confront him about Kiki and her daughter Tisha. We kind of touched on this. All right, but there's more to it that I found out. So Wanda says that her family was waiting in a nearby park, which is where the location was that they were at. So they were waiting at a nearby park. And upon waiting at this park, she said that her family was there to confront blogger AL. At some point, he got out of the car, which then put him probably in danger because they were able to verify that he was indeed there and that he was walking around the vicinities. So whatever they were going to do to him, they probably already had it figured out, whatever. I don't feel like they all came there to talk. I'm just going to say that. If you said something about Kiki and Wanda said that he said something about Tisha, I don't feel like that they all came piled up because there's a whole bunch of them motherfuckers. It's a lot of them Moors. A lot of them. I don't feel like they all came to the fucking park to talk. And I'm just going to be 1,000 wow. Okay. And this is fair use and entertainment, if we can put it on there. All right. So it's been revealed to me that Wanda was going to try that same exact plan, okay, to do the same thing to Melody Cherie. Okay, maybe like say, hey, let's have a conversation. Let's get together. I'm sorry for all the things that I said to you. And I'm just saying hypothetically. Let's get together and have a conversation. All those videos and all the things that I said about you, like, I want to have a sit down with you and apologize and then have your family waiting in another room to maybe bum rush. Do people realize that is against the law, that is a crime? You know how many strippers are in prison right now for setting men up for something that happened to them? To set someone up. And just because nothing happened, let me educate y'all. Just because nothing happened, just because nobody bum rushed him, if I were blogger AL, and again, I'm not taking up for anyone, me, Caramel, would get a legal footprint on, in the system for this situation, just in case. Because if you went out of your way to ask me to come to somewhere and then you said out of your mouth, mind you, on video, this is on YouTube or YouTube, the B is silent, that you never liked this person anyway, that you were only pretending to like this person because of someone else or their affiliation with someone else. That's some crazy shit. That lets me know that you would do anything if you could get away with it. And yes, that was said on live. I have the transcript too. Saved in my archives. It's called a receipt. Because I've been threatened before too. Were we worried about it? Fuck no. But I'm saying in situations like this, I watched enough First 48s to know if you set somebody up and somebody else do something to them, guess what? You're going to get the same amount of time as the person that did it. You can't control what another person do, Wanda. And I'm going to call names because I know she's probably watching and I know her Kool-Aid critter's going to take it back. You can't set up a situation to say, hey, guys, all 50 of y'all, because it's a bunch of them, all 50 of y'all meet us at the park. And I already invited blogger AL to come to said, filming situation. And when he gets here and y'all hear me do the when you hear that, then y'all come rushing out. You can't control what another person is going to do if they came there with the idea of confronting said person because of their anger about what was said about said family member who is no longer here, because number one, it's still fresh that Kiki is not here. A lot of family, I'm pretty sure they're still mad. And then to hear maybe a video or post or something that blogger AL may have said, and I'm not saying that he did, may have shared, whatever the case may be. Wanda was also saying that she was upset about some things that blogger AL may have said about her daughter, Tisha. Tisha is 40 years old. If Tisha did not go to the police station and file a police report or do a cease and desist towards blogger AL to maybe shut him down, to say or to not say things about him, what are you doing? You're putting yourself in a situation to maybe have some charges against you. Somebody said ain't nothing but guilt. That's what it sounds like. Because let's not forget about the videos that you put out, Wanda, about your own niece, her mother, private situations that no one in these internet streets should have known about when it came to Kiki Jaguar. You said some very personal things, some very hurtful things, including the fact that you did not want her coming to your funeral if you passed away. And if she passed away, you wasn't coming to hers. You were there. You were there. Tisha was there, falling out crying. Marceau had to hold her up. I already told y'all, and I wasn't there, and I know that because a person who I know was there. and gave me every single solitary detail. And I told y'all that right here on my channel. Tisha was falling all out in the floor, and it's the same person that said, "You unalive to me." Really? But then when this person passes away, I'm gonna fall all out on the floor. I'm gonna, you know, that shit hit different. I'm not saying that she wasn't sad that Kiki passed away. That's her family member. A lot of times you say some things that you don't mean, and you don't apologize in time, which then if something happens to said person, it's that guilt that's gonna sit on you. Wanda went live. I'll never forget it after Kiki passed away. Wanda went live. She was looking rough. You could tell she ain't had no sleep. You could tell she was stressed the fuck out. You could just tell when you looked at her. I said, what the fuck went on with Wanda? It looked like somebody windmilled on her and just did not stop until she hit record. She looked sweaty. She looked tired. She just, you could tell that grief was fucking her up. It was. So all of those aggressive videos, back to back to back, because she did them back to back. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Girl, this is your family. Like, stop. At what point do you say to yourself, okay, this is enough? Like, nobody in your family can say, okay, Wanda, this is enough. She has so much anger and vitriol, and she was so matter of fact about the stuff that she was saying. I was like, who says this about family? And I said before, I got some families I don't fuck with, but I would never, shout out to Terrence, click my button and come on my platform and talk shit about my family. Because what? That's still my family. That's still my family. Regardless, I don't care how much we fell out. I don't care what they did to me. That's still my family. So all the aggressive videos back to back to back that Wanda did, talking about Melody, her kids, her marriage to Martell, even bringing Ariane on the show in order to intimidate or try intimidation tactics towards Melody, pretending to be cool with Ariane, was all because Melody had her fired. We just found out because she mentioned it on the live. Melody had her fired because of the situation that happened at Madonna. Y'all remember that big fight that broke out where they saying that we just finding out that Maurice punched Martell in the face, I'm hearing. That part was cut out at Madonna. Y'all remember? It was chaotic as hell with the police had to come. It was a mess where Wanda ran across there to go and fight Melody. It wasn't even that serious from what we saw. Now, I know production has a way of editing and cutting things out. According to Sunny, shout out to her, she said that situation was bad. She was there. She was there pulling people apart, breaking up the whole fight situation that was going on. I got pictures of the fact that she was there and pulling people apart. I got pictures. Sunny said that shit was all the way live out there. So she assaulted Melody Cherie. I'm hearing that there was a scratch on Mel when she tried to grab her or something like that. Y'all saw Miss Van jump in and kind of push Wanda back to where she couldn't hurt Melody. Because it was like out of the blue. Mind you, y'all remember inside of Madonna where Maurice was trying to calm Wanda down and Wanda was trying to like get outside to go and fight Melody. Like they was literally holding her arm and she was trying to break away to go out and fight Melody. I was like, what is this for? Because she said your food was nasty? So she ran out there, she assaulted Melody at Madonna and was even coming for her kids. Y'all remember after that, it was like up and stuck. When we didn't see Wanda anymore, people were like, what the fuck happened to Wanda? Was she fired? Like, was she suspended from the show? What? Now we know she was fired because of Melody in terms of her assaulting Melody. Y'all know Melody is one of the executive producers on the show. So Wanda did not learn her lesson from that situation in terms of being fired. And I found out why she was so upset and continued this rant over and over and over again. She kept going live. She kept going live. Melody this. I was like, every fucking video was Melody, 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 Melody. It was like a song that never ended. It was like Groundhog Day when she went live about this Melody situation. Every video was something else. Oh, Melody is lightning, is doing skin lightning. Oh, Melody and Martin. Oh, Ariana. It was something crazy every fucking video. And I found out why she could not let this shit go. And I'm hearing that it's because around Huntsville and Bessemer, she thinks that she is like this huge celebrity. So for her to be taken off the show, it pissed her off because she wasn't able to still have that clout that she had when she was on the show. So Melody having her fired from the show, that fucked up her ego. And she came for her because she stopped something that she was able to hold on to. They was like Wanda riding around, child, down there in Huntsville and Bessemer, child, in her little white Cadillac car. Like she is just Whitney Houston around that bitch. Like she is just, she would have thought she was a celebrity being on the show. So now with her coming back to the show, she's inviting people to the show like she got all this power, like she got all this authority. And you barely on the show. Like literally, I'm hearing she's brought back as like a friend of, and I felt like they were going to do that when I saw Tisha and Marceau go live, and Tisha kept saying, y'all want to see my mom come back on the show? Y'all want to see my mom back on the show? I don't even think nobody was putting shit in the comments. I think she was just saying that because Tisha and Wanda was always Tisha's ally. Wanda was always Tisha's backup person. Anytime somebody came for Tisha, everybody know Wanda was coming to take up for her. Tisha wasn't going to go back and forth with nobody. Ever. So Wanda not being on the show kind of cut that out for Tisha, to where Tisha had to sit there and be held accountable for things that she would find herself in. With Melody, if Melody had a bone to pick with her, Melody drug her ass. Just like on the girls trip. Think about it, Wanda had been there, she would have been over talking Tisha. Especially with that situation of Melody's friend. What's the child name? I don't know, I can't remember her name. Anyway, telling Tisha that I wouldn't be friends with Tisha. That would have been a huge problem if Wanda was on the show, because Wanda had conditioned herself to always feel like she had to fight Tisha's battles. Mind you, Tisha's in her 40s, a grown-ass woman. So if Tisha didn't have an issue with what blogger AL had to say, let me go ahead and clear that up. If she didn't take the initiative to stop him from dragging her and saying things about her kids, or if that's what he did, I'm just throwing out subliminals, then why do you care more about it? Yes, that's your daughter, Shanita Foster. Thank you, guys. Why do you care more about what someone else has to say about someone else when your daughter is fully capable? Because Tisha got a smart ass mouth too. So why not allow her to fight her own battles? You fighting her battles is going to wind up putting you in a place you don't want to be. And the way you're going about it is definitely illegal. I've heard Wanda say she's going to bury somebody in her yard. Do we bury live people? Think about all of this. So wanting to get your family to confront someone to come for Melody about Kiki, because Melody told Kiki on the show that she don't feel like that, they can be friends anymore. And I'm just quoting, and it's not verbatim. She pretty much made it clear that they really can't be friends anymore, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Maybe Kiki took that to heart. Maybe she took it hard. Maybe she kind of suffered after that because things weren't quite the same after she told her. Y'all remember the scene where Melody was practicing her song or whatever, and Kiki dropped by, said scene, to where Melody kind of had to sit down with Kiki and let her know, we pretty much ain't going to be cool like that anymore. So we can't blame Melody for that, because you're free to be friends with whoever you want to be friends with. That's just like Melody saying that whenever Melody pulled back from With Destiny, did that give her a reason and or right to do the shit that she did to her? To switch it up when this person used to be like good friends with her and spoke up for her when Martell was coming for her, to then switch it up and run to Martell and be friends with him, and then sit at a table at a girls trip and say that you allowing Martell to cheat in peace? She's free to cut off whoever she wants to as a friend. So why come for her for a decision that she was okay to make? I can be friends with who I want to be friends with. If I decide to cut somebody off and not be friends with them anymore, so the fuck what? What business is it of yours? Maybe this person did something to me so unforgivable that I just don't want to fool with them or have them in my personal space anymore. And people cut people off for many different reasons. So you hold that as clout and add that to the pile of things as a reason for you to have this unwarranted fake beef with. It's given that you are not being held accountable or holding yourself accountable to why you were fired in the first place. You can't hit somebody on national television. I don't know. And I told you guys shout out to Sunny for even putting that out there. OWN is a zero tolerant network when it comes to physical violence. They do not tolerate that shit. But what have we seen on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Nothing but violence. That Madonna scene was a violent scene where one person to the next was fighting and carrying on. We've seen it where Destiny picked up a chair for Stormy. We've seen it where Destiny again was talking about dragging and fighting Sonny at Nell Fletcher's bachelorette party. What else have we seen? Martell's aggression in Vegas. Like, we've seen that. OWN is a zero tolerance network for fighting and violence. Okay. Tay says it's so crazy how they try to act like Melody owed Kiki more as a friend than they did as her family. You better preach in here, girl. You better preach in here. You better preach in here. I absolutely agree. And people say, oh, Melody wasn't a true friend to her. Melody didn't even go to Kiki's funeral. Wanda nor Tisha and them went to what they call a wake for Kiki, and that's your family. I'm hearing Melody sent flowers and other things for the funeral. She didn't appear there. I wouldn't come there either with all them damn Bessemer people there. I don't know what they would have tried to do. I wouldn't have been there either, but you can send a flower and condolences and cards or whatever else you need to send there to be supportive to someone and not be there. Martell was going to be there. During the time she and Martell were fighting, I'm hearing Ariane was there. I don't want to be there either. Not that you're not being there to be supportive, because like I said, she did send flowers and all of the things as a support and her condolences. Weird. But anyway, with Wanda wanting her family to confront and or come for Melody about Kiki, the same thing that she was trying to do with blogger AL, that's some dangerous shit. Now I see why Melody reached out to get her some security. I see why. With Martell stalking and sitting down the road, and you know the issue she had going back and forth with Martell, and Ariane, and now to hear that Wanda could have been trying to maybe have that same situation exhibited over to Melody in terms of what she was trying to do to blogger AL. You can't control how a person will react. Suppose you invited AL there and gave the signal for your family to come and rush and confront, because not everybody confront with words. Some people confront with fists, hands, feet, weapons. Then we hear about cousin Bernard always have a chopper. Wanda, you've already made it clear that you carry as well. Hello? Are we overlooking that? You called your niece a bitch in videos, Wanda. You did that. You called her every name in the book. But now that she's not here, it's let me throw that off on other people to make me feel better. It's easy to say someone else did something to someone that you love and they're not here anymore to make you feel better and not be held accountable for the things that you said and done. That is wild work. Go back and look at the videos if you didn't take them down. Go back and look at the videos in terms of what you said about this girl. You called that girl a bitch in several videos. Bitch is bitch. It was a bitch fest. Now, of course, Kiki's family did not want Wanda, nor Marceau and them to even come to the damn funeral. Okay? They didn't want them there because of what Wanda said in said videos about Kiki. Okay? So now we're hearing about premeditated assaults and threats. Since when is that okay? Rest in peace to Kiki. If Wanda doesn't soon get some help and calm down and settle down behind this and stop, reliving this shit in her mind and getting other people involved, you can't go solicit somebody to go and do something to somebody and then be surprised when they go too far. Because there are text messages, according to what AL showed on his channel. I saw that shit. He showed text messages where you invited him there, and there were conversations back and forth, which appeared to be you guys were in a friendship type of conversation. So it gives that you pretended to be someone else to maybe lure him. I don't want to use the word lure, but I got to say lure him to a space, knowing that you had people hiding out to maybe do something. That's dangerous. Suppose cousin Bernard would have came out on the pow pow. You didn't expect that shit to happen. But in those text messages, because we know detectives, honey, they're going to go through his phone. Had something gone down. Had he been injured in any way, shape, or form, anybody would have put their hands on him, they're going to go right back and look at those text messages where you invited him there. Yeah. Now, we already know. There have been threats of pow-powings being made on YouTube from Wanda. Okay, like I said, she even spoke on burying people in the backyard. Now, I don't know if she was drinking when she said it, but you said it, and that shit is on video. I got screen recording. Screen recording is a motherfucker, ain't it? You don't never know. Because when I hear my name in a sentence where somebody making a threat, after they done say they're going to bury somebody and they're going to pow and all this, I need a footprint. I need a footprint. Just in case somebody decides to carry out. Are we worried about it? Hell fuck no. Hell fuck no. I told you I ain't worried about shit. Threaten me all you want to beat. You want to beat my ass? I'm excited to see that shit happen. I'm beyond excited. Okay. But again, you don't bury live people. So with you saying that, I can read between the lines. Subliminal threats, those are not taken lightly either. You actually said that shit on YouTube that you were going to invite someone somewhere with the intentions of that person possibly being attacked. And you said if something would have popped off and one of your family members would have done something to Blogger AL, oh well, so what? Premeditated is a motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you. You better go look that shit up and see that's 10 years and above. Okay? I done watched enough First 48s and I almost got away with it and all that shit. So this could definitely be, and I've been hearing people on the line online talking about people putting out hits on people. That's what this shit is. Okay? That's what this shit right here is. And you ain't even got to exchange money to do that. Hits does not always come with money exchange. Okay? It's a conversation with another person. You say, I don't like this person. This person get on my nerves. This person did this to me. This person caused me to be fired from the show. All right, meet in the park at such and such time. When you hear me call you or when you hear me make said noise, then y'all rush out and do this. Okay? That's called a hit. You planned a hit on a blogger that you said you didn't really like, that you pretended to big up in videos and send people to his YouTube channel and asked him to come to an event that he really wasn't supposed to be at anyway because they were filming. This person gets there. They get out of the car. You knew your family was waiting in the park nearby hiding. You said they were hiding in bushes and shit. I don't know. I wasn't there. This person was outnumbered because he came alone. You knew that. You said out of your mouth on video, I didn't like him anyway. I never liked him. And the only reason why I talked to him and dealt with him was because of Blogger Marcella. You said that out of your mouth on video. That's some dangerous shit. So you set it up. You lured him there via text messages, which that can be proven. You mentioned that you had your family hiding out in a park ready for whatever. So that's all premeditated because of something that was said about Kiki and Tisha years ago. So you've harbored this hatred and anger for years ago. And you really thought about this shit. You really thought about this shit. So much so that you involved family members to help you orchestrate. And it's more than a conversation. I'm sorry. Because you have a conversation on the phone. If you need to talk to me about something and ask me about something that I may have said about someone else, we can talk on the phone. Plenty of people call you on Instagram. You always on Instagram, Wanda. He could have called you on Instagram and say, hey, I got my cousin right here. He want to know why you said this about Kiki. Why I need to be there in person for everyone to come and rush me to ask me a question you could have asked me on the phone. Again, you reveal that you carry and other members of your family carry as well. Okay. Again, I'm not taking sides, but if I was Blogger AL, that's definitely a reason to file a police report for legal footprint in case something happens. Because not only do they know where you live or what state you stay in, okay, because you've had that type of interaction. You've had conversations. She know too much about him now. So you pretended to be friends with this person and had countless conversations. And I'm pretty sure he's recorded some of that shit. I'm pretty sure. So countless conversations and calls have been made within that time. Okay. Which further pissed her off because he blasted her with the text messages proving that she lied about why she invited him there. Okay. There were also phone calls that were played where he debunked lies. And y'all all know Wanda do not like to be debunked. Wanda do not like you coming forward to say, Wanda, you said this shit and that was a lie. She don't like that. So that's further fueling her anger. I'm still shocked that she openly admitted this shit. I am shocked that she openly admitted to this shit on YouTube. That is some evil, sadistic bullshit. This is what we're looking at, guys. This show, I keep saying this show needs to be fucking canceled. It should have been canceled. It is crazy how a show can bring out this much sadistic energy to where people who don't really know each other are fighting and going through all of this mess behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. Like, the shit is crazy. People who don't know each other fighting like cats and dogs over a fucking show. It's some negative energy behind this damn show. So much so until the damn star of the show said, enough. I'm quitting. And according to what Sonny said, Carlos King lost his shit when he found out Melody was leaving this show, because he then once again had to scramble and figure out how the fuck is he going to keep this show going. Then they bring Wanda back because they know she's going to try to bring ratings, because she's going to bring drama. Anything that Wanda's going to be in is going to be drama. Y'all know that. Anytime somebody get in an argument, she's going to pop up, insert herself in the argument, and boom, it's going to be a moment. This show needs to be taken off the air for somebody to lose their life over some bullshit. When I heard this, I said, I know damn well this shit ain't that serious. To tell me to come 3 hours to eat a fucking potato and tell me how I like it, and to call some motherfuckers out the bushes to come and rush me while I'm eating. Allegedly. This shit need to be shut down. It just sounds too premeditated to me. I don't know. But that's what had happened. And she was going to probably do the same thing to Melody, from what I'm hearing. She was going to try to get Melody, from what I'm hearing, Melody Sharif, into the same situation as AL. But of course, Melody ain't going to show up nowhere without security. But you got to think about it. It's about 10,000 of the Moors down there. Okay. What does she got? Like 1 or 2 security? I would hope that they're well trained. But when you're outnumbered in situations, shit might can happen. I mean, if she put her hands on her before, she's not above it again. She's still upset. That fucked her up being off this show, because she wasn't able to run around and flex. You remember, I'm on that show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. I've seen plenty of videos and stuff where Wanda was running around taking pictures with white people. I'm on that show, I'm on that show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. She ate that shit up. So when she put her hands on Melody and she got off that show, Melody got her off that show, had something to do with her being fired. That fucked her all the way up. Said Jason is ex-SWAT. Good luck on that shit. Damn. I didn't know he was ex-SWAT. Baby. Abort mission, okay? Abort mission. Oh my God. Which I don't think Melody would agree to meet Wanda anywhere anyway. Even if they had a conversation to iron things out, that shit would probably happen on the phone. I don't see Melody like pulling up to no park and like, okay, Wanda, let's sit down and talk about it. I don't see her ever doing that shit anyway. But the fact that you entertained it is the craziest shit ever to me. Yeah, abort mission. The fact that you entertained it is the craziest shit to me. And the fact that you said it out loud to where it's recorded is even crazier. Like, I'm still stuck on the shit where I'm gonna bury somebody, where she said she's gonna bury somebody in her yard and then she carry a pow pow and all this other shit. Like, that's crazy to me. But y'all, that's my show. That's my show. Said everything is coming out. Absolutely. Do we need to do a panel? Did y'all want to talk? Did y'all want to give y'all a take? I'll do a little quick panel. I got a little bit of time. Let me drop the link right quick, honey. If y'all want to come up and speak. I know some of y'all like want to give y'all take on how y'all feel about this child. I'm still floored. When I heard this shit, I said, I know you lying. There's a link, honey. If y'all want to come up, I'll give y'all a few minutes to express how y'all feel. Uniboo said that everything is coming out. It is. It is. Yeah, she don't have any access to Melody. Melody she got cameras and shit everywhere. She got her security there. Like, she good. Hell, Martell can't even get to her. So I ain't worried about that. But that's the link. If you got anybody want to come up, we'll give you guys a couple minutes to come up and speak. If not, we're going to get on out of here, child, because I got shit to do anyway. All right. I got another call coming up at, what, 12:30? Yeah, 12:30. So if y'all want to come up right quick, you can. If not, we're going to get on out of here, child. Somebody said Uniboo go up. I love when Uniboo come up. She always be giving the TTT. Honey, she reads down. But if not, honey, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and do my thank yous. All right. We're going to do it. I'm counting down 10, 10, 9. We're going to count it down from 10. Nobody want to come up. We're going to get out of here. 10, 9, 8. Oh, here she go. It said, come on up, Uniboo. All right, there she go. What up? I love you for Uniboo. What's up, Uniboo?
I am so sorry. Yes. I came super late, but I just want to say a couple of things. So did Moose Mouth Wanda say she kind of set up it out of her mouth? Like, I'm like, why would you admit to that? But then she's the best of my real baby.
Okay, Uniboo, your sound is kind of muffled a little bit. I don't know if it's your earphones. You kind of muffled just a little bit. I want everybody to hear you very clearly, okay? Okay, I can't hear you at all now.
Hello?
Oh, that's better. Yes, come on.
I think it's my headphones. But no, I came in late, but you were talking about Uncle Wanda. But it's funny because everything is coming out. Like all the evilness is coming out.
Yeah.
The fact that Melanie's not on the show, everybody's squabbling, everybody's turning on each other. I know it was a time, I know it was about time, because I'm like, Melanie's not there for y'all to hate on. What exactly y'all gonna talk about? Who y'all gonna turn on? Y'all gonna turn on each other. So it's like, it was about time. Like, I'm not surprised because it's mushmouth. She's stuck at 13. She still have what? Middle school education. So she's not involving and she's not a smart woman. I say keep going. Keep putting your foot in your mouth. Keep incriminating yourself. I love this. I'm gonna sit back with my popcorn and enjoy this. I was like, they're squabbling. The girls are fighting. This is entertaining and I love it. Now I don't have someone to talk about, to put the blame on. What exactly y'all gonna do? This is fun, but I'm just laughing. I mean, I don't like people being set up, but it's funny to me because it's like, you did all that for what? And now you're getting set up by your best friend. That's crazy. But anyway, I'm going to work.
All right. Thank you, Uniboo, for stopping by. As always, we appreciate you. Okay, have a good day.
You too.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, baby, she spoke facts. Anybody else want to come up? If not, baby, we're going to get out of here, okay? Y'all so shy in here. I cannot. Why y'all be so shy? It's just me. I ain't going to bite. Okay, I don't bite, girl. But yes, thank y'all so much. We're going to get out of here. Thank you to my mods, Bell Wilson, KBR, Tyra, and Scorpion Miss. Thank you to my backup mods, True TV Podcast and Rose Armstead. You guys do an awesome job. Thank y'all. Thank you to True TV Podcast. Thank you to Sunny Days. Thank you to Purple Unicorn, Deary Talk Show, Messy Hoes ATL, Boss Lady Brand, Girlfriend Chronicles, Love Seeing Her. And I also saw Wente Talks was in the building. Was there any other content creators that stopped by? You guys let me know. Any more? Shout out to Wente Talk if she's still in the building. Shout out to her. I know she said she was working and watching as well in the bushes. To the caramel true serum, yes. Okay, I don't want to miss nobody. But shout out. Nobody else. Let me scroll down. Nobody. Okay, so hey, Aries Love. Thank you so much, Aries Love, for stopping by. Okay, I appreciate you so much. Thank you, all these content creators that we mentioned. Just the T, please. Thank you so much for being here as well. Okay, thank you, Just the T, please, for stopping by as well. All these content creators that we mentioned, guys, y'all go over and support them. Okay, and when you go over, please hit the like button. All right, hit the like button to support their channel as well, so they can stay in the algorithm. All right. Thank you guys so much. We're getting ready to get out of here, honey. If there's nothing else, please don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Chef Don Don, thanks for being in the house. All right. Chef Don Don, again, thanks for being here. All right. Any more? Nobody else? Y'all check out all those content creators. Nothing else, baby. Let's go.
When you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.